Yeah.
How is the pipeline through the end of the year and into next year now?
It's not looking too good. I think there are many companies who want to do an IPO, but it's very clearly not the right climate to do an IPO. So many are waiting for a better moment to do an IPO. The pipeline itself, the number of companies that are looking to do an IPO is there, but I think everybody's waiting for a better window than the window today.
And yet, as I look at your data, it does suggest actually activity on the exchange has been picking up.
Yeah.
I mean, the 9-month number down 2% year on year, but you reported a 20.6% jump in turnover for September.
Yeah.
August also saw an uptick, more modest, but an uptick nonetheless. I presume October you're still kind of looking at the data here, but it seems from the way the banks are reporting that the trend is also for a pickup in activity here. So that must be encouraging.
Yeah, I think we've seen for the better part of the year that there was good volatility, but there were also a lot of people standing on the side of the market, and now I think we see a little bit more people getting into the market, so we see the volumes rising and a little bit more participation, but it's still the relationship volatility and volume is not as strong as it used to be sometimes in the past. So we still need more people to really come back into the market.
What do you think that tells us about investor attitudes at the moment? That we're coming to the end of the interest rate hiking cycle, or that there's more desire to reposition portfolios because they're worried about the future?
I think it's a combination. I think there's still uncertainty. There's still a lot of people wondering, is this really going to go into a real deep recession, or are we actually getting to the levels of inflation which are plateauing? Are we perhaps not going to see too much interest rate rises anymore? So I think there's a bit of a school of two thoughts nowadays out in the market. But I do see that many people have not participated in the market and tried to get into the market, and according to their risk profile then invest in type of assets that suits their profile.
Can I probe a little bit deeper on the IPO market? Because I noticed that ABB, the spin-off of Acceleron, that was one of the recent ones. So we're talking about divestments here, recognizing the sum of the parts. Is that the trend when finally we do get that window that opens up again? It's still going to be pieces of the pie that have been cut out of various businesses rather than businesses that have been sitting back in the private market?
No, I think the bulk will be businesses sitting back and wanting to come to the public markets. But there will always be companies where there is discussion, is the sum of the pie, or is the individual parts more value than actually keeping things together? So we will see some of these split-offs, but I think the overall trend is actually new companies coming to the market.